something didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, yet it's still okay. And this is something that you usually don't feel. There's something here about you usually getting very frustrated when you feel things don't work out and what may seem is in your favor. And I say that because sometimes you might think something should go in the way that you want it to at that time, but it's just not meant to be because there's something better for you. You just can't see it. Okay, that's the message. Good day, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Okay, so this energy is like you really wanting something to work out, and instead of getting angry, you chose to accept the circumstances that took place instead of resist it, because that's usually the response, is what I'm getting. Like you would just resist it and become more angry and more frustrated, and that energy would linger with you. It would linger, and it could linger throughout the entire week or even month, and you'll keep on bringing it up and keep reliving the moment as if it just happened. So now you're in this mode of training yourself not to think in the wrong direction. You're choosing to think favorably, not unfavorably. So now you're seeing better results just because you've shifted your way of thinking. It's a small change, but it makes a big impact. Okay? You're noticing that you have more energy to get work done in areas that before you would procrastinate. So this new practice within your perspective has created this air of a newfound patience within you that you didn't have before. And you're giving yourself grace in a way that you never did before. So it feels like this is a transitional moment because you are going through a rebirth. You're leaving a previous aspect of who you are to take on a new version of you. Even if it is one layer of you, it still matters. It's still meaningful, regardless of if you might look at the change as something small. This change is actually much bigger than you're accepting. There's something here about finding time to think about appreciating yourself for what you've done. That's one of the best things that you could do right now, because it will make room for more gratitude. The more gratitude that you are able to show genuinely, the more space you create for yourself to bring in more abundance. Okay, so Spirit is basically stating that your change in perspective has improved your circumstances when it comes to your level of patience. And that's a big deal, because patience can be very challenging, and you're learning to conquer that challenge in your life. You being able to emotionally stabilize yourself is going to benefit you so much in the long run that you're going to look back at this moment and be so much more grateful at that time in the future, because of where that energy is going to bring you. That energy is very abundant, and it only grows larger. It becomes more massive over time. And it's in, how can I say, it brings you to this space of grace. You become very graceful to where you just allow things to fall into place through the actions that you take. And you detach yourself, but you just keep moving, and you know what the end goal is, but you just detach yourself from it. So you're not connected to it in a way where you're yearning for it, or you're very rigid. You're not very rigid is what I meant. When one is rigid in their moves and their expectations, life becomes more challenging as well. Okay. So yes, if you resonate with this message and you deem this message as suitable to walk with you on your spiritual journey, drop it down in the comments below. 888, I declare this is an aspect of my future love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling my vibe, especially if this message does resonate with you. To book a healthy conversation, you can by visiting www.milkhoneyrose.org. Also, you could join the membership here on YouTube to gain access to additional content. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.